Entered the guard with Antigone.
What's this? I fear some omen from the gods. I can't deny what I see here so clearly. That young girl there, it's Antigone. Oh, you poor girl, daughter of Oedipus, child of such a father, so unfortunate. What's going on? Surely they've not brought you here because you've disobeyed the royal laws, because they've caught you acting foolishly.
This here's the one who carried out the act. We caught her as she was burying the corpse. Where's Creon?
The palace doors open. Enter Creon with attendants.
He's coming from the house, and just in time.
Why have I come just in time? What's happening? What is it?
My lord, human beings should never take an oath there's something they'll not do, for later thoughts contradict what they first meant. I'd have sworn I'd not soon venture here again. Back then the threats you made brought me a lot of grief, but there's no joy as great as what we pray for against all hope. And so I have come back, breaking that oath I swore. I bring this girl, captured while she was honoring the grave. This time we did not draw lots. No, this time I was the lucky man, not someone else. And now, my lord, take her for questioning. Convict her, do as you wish. As for me, by rights I'm free and clear of all this trouble.
This girl here, how did you catch her, and where?
She was burying that man. Now you know all there is to know.
Do you understand just what you're saying? Are your words the truth?
We saw this girl giving that dead man's corpse full burial rites, an act you'd made illegal. Is what I say simple and clear enough?
How did you see her? Catch her in the act?
It happened this way. When we got there, after hearing those awful threats from you, we swept off all the dust covering the corpse, so the damp body was completely bare. Then we sat down on rising ground, upwind, to escape the body's putrid, rotting stench. We traded insults just to stay awake, in case someone was careless on the job. That's how we spent the time right up till noon, when the sun's bright circle in the sky had moved halfway and it was burning hot. Then suddenly a swirling windstorm came, whipping clouds of dust up from the ground, filling the plain. Some heaven-sent trouble. In that level place, the dirt storm damaged all the forest growth, and the air around was filled with dust for miles. We shut our mouths and just endured the scourge sent from the gods. A long time passed. The storm came to an end. That's when we saw the girl. She was shrieking, a distressing, painful cry, just like a bird who's seen an empty nest, its fledglings gone. That's how she was when she saw the naked corpse. She screamed out a lament, and then she swore, calling evil curses down upon the ones who'd done this. Then right away her hands threw on the thirsty dust. She lifted up a finely made bronze jug, and then 3 times poured out her tributes to the dead. When we saw that, we rushed up right away and grabbed her. She was not afraid at all. We charged her with her previous offense, as well as this one. She just kept standing there, denying nothing. That made me happy, though it was painful, too. For it's a joy escaping troubles which affect oneself, but painful to bring evil on one's friends. But all that is of less concern to me than my own safety.
You there, with your face bent down towards the ground. What do you say? Do you deny you did this, or admit it?
I admit I did it. I won't deny that.
You're dismissed. Go where you want. You're free. No serious charges made against you.
Exit the guard. Creon turns to interrogate Antigone.
Tell me briefly, not in some lengthy speech. Were you aware there was a proclamation forbidding what you did?
I'd heard of it. How could I not? It was public knowledge.
And yet you dared to break those very laws?
Yes, Zeus did not announce those laws to me, and justice living with the gods below sent no such laws for men. I did not think anything which you proclaimed strong enough to let a mortal override the gods and their unwritten and unchanging laws. They're not just for today or yesterday, but exist forever, and no one knows where they first appeared. So I did not mean to let a fear of any human will lead to my punishment among the gods. I know all too well I'm going to die. How could I not? It makes no difference what you decree, and if I have to die before my time, Well, I count that a gain. When someone has to live the way I do, surrounded by so many evil things, how can she fail to find a benefit in death? And so for me, meeting this fate won't bring any pain. But if I'd allowed my own mother's dead son to just lie there, an unburied corpse, then I'd feel distress. What's going on here does not hurt me at all. If you think what I'm doing now is stupid, perhaps I'm being charged with foolishness by someone who's a fool.
It's clear enough the spirit in this girl is passionate. Her father was the same. She has no sense of compromise in times of trouble.
But you should know the most obdurate wills are those most prone to break. The strongest iron tempered in the fire to make it really hard, that's the kind you see most often shatter. I'm well aware the most tempestuous horses are tamed by one small bit. Pride has no place in anyone who is his neighbor's slave. This girl here was already very insolent in contravening laws we had proclaimed. Here she again displays her proud contempt. Having done the act, she now boasts of it. She laughs at what she's done. Well, in this case, if she gets her way and goes unpunished, then she's the man here, not me. No. She may be my sister's child, closer to me by blood than anyone belonging to my house, who worships Zeus Herkios in my home. But she'll not escape my harshest punishment. Her sister, too, whom I accuse as well. She had an equal part in all their plans to do this burial. Go summon her here. I saw her just now inside the palace, her mind out of control, some kind of fit.
Exit attendants into the palace to fetch Ismene.
When people hatch their mischief in the dark, their minds often convict them in advance, betraying their treachery. How I despise a person caught committing evil acts who then desires to glorify the crime.
Take me and kill me. What more do you want?
Me? Nothing. With that I have everything.
Then why delay? There's nothing in your words that I enjoy. May that always be the case. And what I say displeases you as much. But where could I gain greater glory than setting my own brother in his grave? All those here would confirm this pleases them if their lips weren't sealed by fear. Being king, which offers all sorts of various benefits, means you can talk and act just as you wish.
In all of Thebes, you're the only one who looks at things that way.
They share my views, but they keep their mouths shut just for you.
These views of yours, so different from the rest, don't they bring you any sense of shame?
No, there's nothing shameful in honoring my mother's children.
You had a brother killed fighting for the other side.
Yes, from the same mother and father, too.
Why then give tributes which insult his name?
But his dead corpse won't back up what you say.
Yes, he will, if you give equal honors to a wicked man.
But the one who died was not some slave. It was his own brother.
Who was destroying this country. The other one went to his death defending it.
That may be, but Hades still desires equal rights for both.
A good man does not wish what we give him to be the same as an evil man receives.
Who knows? In the world below, perhaps such actions are no crime.
An enemy can never be a friend, not even in death.
But my nature is to love. I cannot hate.
Then go down to the dead. If you must love, love them. No woman's going to govern me. No, no, not while I'm still alive.
Enter 2 attendants from the house, bringing Ismene to Creon.
Ismene's coming. There, right by the door. She's crying. How she must love her sister. From her forehead a cloud casts its shadow down across her darkly flushing face, and drops its rain onto her lovely cheeks.
You there, you snake lurking in my house, sucking out my life's blood so secretly. I'd no idea I was nurturing 2 pests who aimed to rise against my throne. Come here. Tell me this. Do you admit you played your part in this burial? Or will you swear an oath you had no knowledge of it?
I did it. I admit it, and she'll back me up, so I bear the guilt as well.
No, justice will not allow you to say that. You didn't want to. I didn't work with you.
But now you're in trouble. I'm not ashamed of suffering too, as your companion.
Hades and the dead can say who did it. I don't love a friend whose love is only words.
You're my sister. Don't dishonor me. Let me respect the dead and die with you.
Don't try to share my death or make a claim to actions which you did not do. I'll die, and that will be enough.
But if you're gone, what is there in life for me to love?
Ask Creon. He's the one you care about.
Why hurt me like this? It doesn't help you.
If I am mocking you, it pains me too.
Even now, is there some way I can help?
Save yourself. I won't envy your escape.
I feel so wretched leaving you to die.
But you chose life. It was my choice to die.
But not before I'd said those words just now.
Some people may approve of how you think. Others will believe my judgment's good.
But the mistake's the same for both of us.
Be brave. You're alive. But my spirit died some time ago so I might help the dead.
I'd say one of these girls has just revealed how mad she is. The other's been that way since she was born.
My lord, whatever good sense people have by birth no longer stays with them once their lives go wrong. It abandons them.
In your case, that's true. Once you made your choice to act in evil ways with wicked people.
How could I live alone without her here?
Don't speak of her being here. Her life is over.
You're going to kill your own son's bride?
Why not? There are other fields for him to plow.
No one will make him a more loving wife than she will.
I have no desire my son should have an evil wife.
Dearest Haman, how your father wrongs you.
I've had enough of this. You and your marriage.
You really want that? You're going to take her from him?
No, not me. Hades is the one who'll stop the marriage.
So she must die. That seems decided on.
Yes, for you and me the matter's closed.
Creon turns to address his attendants.
No more delay. You slaves, take them inside. From this point on they must act like women and have no liberty to wander off. Even bold men run when they see Hades coming close to them to snatch their lives.
The attendants take Antigone and Ismene into the palace, leaving Creon and the chorus on stage. Third Ode.
Those who live without tasting evil have happy lives, for when the gods shake a house to its foundations, then inevitable disasters strike, falling upon whole families, just as a surging ocean swell running before cruel Thracian winds across the dark trench of the sea churns up the deep black sand, and crashes headlong on the cliffs, which scream in pain against the wind. I see this house's age-old sorrows, the house of Labdacus' children, sorrows falling on the sorrows of the dead, one generation bringing no relief to generations after it. Some god strikes at them, on and on without an end. For now the light which has been shining over the last roots of Oedipus' house is being cut down with a bloody knife belonging to the gods below, for foolish talk and frenzy in the soul. O Zeus, what human trespasses can check your power? Even sleep, who casts his nets on everything, cannot master that, nor can the months, the tireless months the gods control. A sovereign who cannot grow old, you hold Olympus as your own, in all its glittering magnificence, from now on into all future time, as in the past, your law holds firm. It never enters lives of human beings in its full force without disaster. Hope ranging far and wide brings comfort to many men, but then hope can deceive, delusions born of volatile desire. It comes upon the man who's ignorant until his foot is seared in burning fire. Someone's wisdom has revealed to us this famous saying, sometimes the gods lure a man's mind forward to disaster, and he thinks evil's something good. But then he lives only the briefest time, free of catastrophe.